Howdy, welcome back to my channel. I was hoping to put out a video on the new Long 15 mod, but as I decided to stream my first reactions to it, it's taking a bit longer than I thought it would. I was assuming it's going to be a 6 to 10 hour mod, but it seems to be about double that, so that's going to take a little bit more time. As a Fallout fanatic, I've decided to give my opinions about all the Fallout games, or at least the main RPGs. But before we go any further, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. That's pretty cool of you. Stick around, maybe there's something you like here. So we're going to use a tier list. Tier lists have high, mid, and low tiers that help give an approximation of people's opinions. And we'll go ahead and go in order, starting with Fallout 1. It's the game that started the whole series. It's based off the general universal roleplay system. Despite using some more generic elements like orcs and knights and ghouls, it created a unique post-apocalyptic setting. It's a solid PC TTRPG. If you're a fan of any of the later games, it's absolutely worth a look at. It doesn't take too long to work through the whole story by itself. Because it's the foundation everything else is based off, I'm going to go ahead and put it in high tier. Fallout 2 would go ahead and expand upon the previous game. Instead of being purely about survival, it's more about power plays of the early civilizations that emerge in the post-apocalypse. Brother of Steel is now checked by other high-tech civilizations like the She, the Enclave, or Vault City. There are also plenty of groups outside of regular civilized society, such as Reno or Raider groups. With the inclusion of small towns, you can really get a feel for the entire society that's emerged in the aftermath of the apocalypse, from these small subsistence communities to large cities. It's a game that's enjoyable, humorous, and well worth replaying. So, because of that, I'm going to go ahead and put it in high tier. Fallout 3 is the first game to come after the Interplay days when the franchise was sold to Bethesda. It's a game that single-handedly changed the direction of the entire franchise, and it's probably a reason most of us are fans today. It shifted the game from a PC TTRPG into a first-person, more action-oriented RPG. The world it depicts is bleak and broken, much closer to Fallout 1, the game itself being a sort of reboot for the series rather than a continuation from Fallout 2, a really quality open world, and it's the first game in the series to give you choices in your endings. Fallout 3 is the first game to ask you what do you want to happen in the Wasteland. It's the first game I became aware of back as a kiddo in 2008. Fallout 3 also features 4 major DLCs, which greatly expand the content and story for the game. So, because of all that, I'm going to go ahead and place it up into high tier. Up next is why I consider the crown jewel of the series, and I'm not going to make an argument against that here. Fallout New Vegas combines the best elements of the open-world exploration of the Bethesda titles with the storytelling of the Interplay ones. Created by veterans of the series, now working at Obsidian Studio, they would go on to create a gold standard not just for the Fallout series, but for RPGs in general. Even though it's built off of Fallout 3, it still includes a huge amount of new content in terms of weapons, armors, and items. Its 4 DLCs are pretty fantastic. It's a game that's been able to last 15 years, and will probably stick around for a few more. Like, I think we all know where this is going. Absolute high tier. Fallout 4 is Bethesda's sequel to Fallout 3 that released in 2015. I remember it felt like I had to wait forever for this game to come out, and now it seems like time has flown since then. It greatly expands on the gameplay and exploration found in 3 in New Vegas. It's the first game in the series I can say has a definitive gameplay loop, that being leave base, fight, collect loot, return to base, craft and upgrade, repeat. It's the first game in the series I think you can definitively ignore the main story and get just as much out of it. Because as far as the story goes, they try to go for a more cinematic approach, more like sort of a Mass Effect with a voice protagonist. For this entry, it feels like player choice is turned down, but player freedom is absolutely turned up. The updates to the special and perk system makes it feel like all the specials now feel like they're viable for gameplay. DLC feels somewhat lacking compared to the 2 previous entries in the series, only getting 2 major Other Lands type DLCs, that being Far Harbor and Nuka World, but each of those DLCs combat major problems found in the main game. Also, with all the nice quality of life changes, it's really hard to go back to 3 in New Vegas and not download a loot like Fallout 4 type mod. So, because of all that, I'm going to go ahead and say Fallout 4 is high tier. Fallout 76 is certainly a unique entry in the series. It's the first one to include multiplayer. On launch, it was more of a Fallout-styled MMO with survival-light elements. I found the game quite relaxing and really enjoyed exploring the open wastelands. Nowadays, my total game time has definitely gone down over the years, partially due to the inclusion of NPCs. What was once a relaxing stroll through the hills of West Virginia is now interrupted about every 5 minutes by some Bolivian NPC going, "Have you heard news from the other provinces?" They've made a lot of improvements in the game. It certainly plays a lot better than it did back at launch. It's not only the most recent Fallout game, it also gets continuous updates. So if you're looking for a sort of annual Fallout fix, this game is always there for you. And because of all that, I'm going to go ahead and say this game belongs in high tier. Thinking back on it now, having a Fallout fanatic who loves each and every single one of the games and plays them at least once a year all the way through, maybe my opinion isn't particularly useful from a critical standpoint. After all, if anyone asked me, should I check out X Fallout game, my answer would be absolutely yes. It's definitely worth checking that out. And with that, I guess I'm going to say thanks again for watching. And before I let you go, I want to say I'll see you later now.